Welcome into Fantasy AI. Moving on. All right, back into the computer room. We're going to look at bargains and ripoffs. Bargain and ripoff for the amount of salary versus the amount of points, fantasy points they pay off. So let's jump right in and check out what that is here. Let's take Aaron Rodgers, for example. For the Jets, he gets paid $37 million a year, $37.5 million. You can see that's his total value of the contract divided by the number of contract years, and you get the $37.5 million a year per season for Aaron Rodgers. All right, so you can see that he takes 16% of the Jets' cap space. He's at 16.6% of the cap, and you can see his contract ends at 2025. So, hey, Jets fans, this is the last of this. Although you might be paying for this for a couple years to come. So, we take his pay. We're going to do how we're going to do this. We're going to take his pay versus points for all the quarterbacks. So his pay was $37.5 million. He scored 219 points on the year. That means Aaron Rodgers scored you, for every point, he got paid $170,000. He ran 10 yards in a game, which would be quite a feat. He would have got $170,000 for that. For every fantasy point. Whew. So you see how we're going to do this, and we're going to go through and find out who were the bargains and who were just got ripped off and continually getting ripped off. Jump right in. All right, let's bring out the top 10 quarterback bargains for 2024. And number 10, Sam Darnold. NFL bargain. You can see here, he finished 10th in scoring fantasy, which came in ranked 29th. What a bargain Minnesota got there. Hey, he led his team 6th in passing, Sam Darnold. Let's take a look there. You can see great points, great year, 35 passing touchdowns. Hey, he was under a 1-year contract. You see that he's a free agent because his contract is over. They were paying him $10 million last year. So he got paid $10 million. That's pretty dang good. And it works out to be in $37,000 per point. Run 10 yards, earn $37,000. Well, not exactly how it works, but hey, what a bargain Sam Darnold was last year. Let's bring out some other bargains. How about Jameis Winston? Didn't quite have the same success, but $32,000 per point. Came in, wasn't ranked at quarterback, finished 29th. You know, he took over for Deshaun Watson. It was just a failure. Look at that. So, Jameis Winston got in there in the middle, got hurt towards the end. But $32,000. He was under a 1 year, so he's going to be a free agent. You can see here he doesn't have a thing, getting paid $4 million per year last year. So 1 year, $4 million contract, come in, get 124 points. That's $32,000 per point. Jameis Winston, see if he finds a job. That Cleveland's got to figure out what they're doing at quarterback next year. And, I mean, Deshaun Watson. Well, I'm sure he's coming up on another listing, so we won't get into him too much. How about Mason Rudolph, one of the best bargains? Right? He came in. Will Levis and him traded off during the year. Mason Rudolph played, you can see in a few games here. He was getting paid, $2.87 million per year. So, and he's a free agent after this year. Going to have a lot of these guys are free agent, these bargains. Mason Rudolph. So, see where he comes back next year. But for Tennessee, when was in there, the spot starting, he was a bargain. How about here's the best bargain. Jaden Daniels. $30,000 per point they spent for him. Right? Run 10 yards, earned $37,000. Hey, he powered him to the 7th best team offense. That's just great rookie year. 5th in fantasy. You could see here that he came in ranked 10th, so nobody was sleeping on Jaden Daniels. We knew that ability, that running ability is what we want, and he delivered. You can see here, 891 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. But the bargain's what we're talking about today. Now, he's under contract till 2028, that rookie contract. That's great for them, right? They're going to love that. If he can deliver 313 points, they'll pay $30,000 for every one of those points until he gets a new contract, and then look out. But he's under that rookie contract, although it's one of the most expensive rookie contracts because he was highly drafted, right? Number 2 overall. So, great year for him. Excuse me. And Jaden Daniels, that was pretty good for him. Let's bring out the next bargain. Cooper Rush. I believe he came in and spot started for Dak when Dak was not there. See here at the end. All right, Cooper Rush. You can see he had, he's a free agent too. All of these guys are free agents. A lot of signing here. He was under a 2-year $5 million contract. That works out to 2.5 a year. And he scored 95 points. So you can see how he worked out, Cooper Rush. Well, what are they going to do in Dallas next year? They're going to sign him back? Trey Lance? I don't know. Dak? Who knows? How about, excuse me, how about Will Levis? We got Will Levis, disappointing, even though he's on the bargain list. I don't know. 30 ranked, came in ranked 17th, disappointing. Led his team to the 26th thing, but anyway, he's under a rookie contract, so he's tied up to 26. So 2026. So he got $9 million. So Will Levis comes in next. Guess it's a bargain. Not too good when you have to bench your bargain. But all right, how about Bo Nix? Everybody, look at the difference between him and Jaden Daniels here. Almost half. Jaden Daniels got $30,000 per point. Bo Nix $16,000 per point. Bo Nix 7th ranked. I mean, he 27th ranked coming in, finished 7th among quarterbacks. Great year for him. Hey, he had some running too. 430 yards, 4 touchdowns, you can see there. But he's in his rookie contract. His was half of what Jaden Daniels was because he was drafted lower. So, hey, $4 million. Hey, Bo Nix is going to be around a while for them too. So they're going to get this bargain for the next 3 years. That's the formula a lot of teams think. Get that rookie quarterback, try to win by his 3rd and 4th year. Although Jaden Daniels upping that strategy a little bit with the first year. But how about Aiden O'Connell? Do you want him as your bargain quarterback? How about $13,000 per point? All right, that's pretty good, I guess. If you're looking for 9 points on your fantasy average. Just terrible. I guess he's a bargain, but he scored enough points to make the margin here to get on the list. You can see that his $4 million contract, hey, they got him for 2 more years. So, hey, he's cheap. I mean, hey, as far as backups go, they'll probably keep him as a backup. Aiden O'Connell. Cheap. You want a cheap quarterback? You got a cheap quarterback in him. How about Russell Wilson? $8,000 per point. What a great bargain there, huh? I thought Pittsburgh did that great with both him. He didn't finish this great. 25th, although they were making some noise there, winning some games, but 25th fantasy finish, 25th ranking coming in, so that's pretty well what we expected. You can see that now he was only getting paid the team was only paying him, Pittsburgh, $1.2 million. Now Denver was still on the hook for paying him a whole bunch of money, but for Pittsburgh, what a great deal. They got him at cheap. Now see here, he's not under contract. They tryout perioded him, and they did the same thing with Justin Fields. Didn't quite make the list, but $43,000 per point. Hey, he is a free agent as well. We got a lot of free agent quarterbacks here. Another free agent here. And which one are they going to sign in Pittsburgh? What are they going to do there? It's just flush it out and get a whole new one? Who knows? Stay tuned. That's what's great about preseason, the draft. All that's coming up before the season even starts. Number 1, Brock Purdy. $3,800 per point. I mean, half of Russell Wilson. What a bargain, Brock Purdy. Ain't going to be a bargain long. Led his team to the fourth best offense, fourth in passing, finished 12th in fantasy. All right, came in ranked 14th, delivered what we expected. But Brock Purdy coming in, all those points, was getting paid but $1 million a year, less than $1 million. All right, looks like he's on his last year of this contract. So if they don't get him redone by the beginning of the year, look for him to, he's going to be out there trying to get a new contract. They'll probably sign him. They're fools if they don't. But anyway, Brock Purdy was the best bargain. That's the formula to win, right? Have a cheap quarterback, get in those playoffs, and buy up a lot of other players. So let's look at next we're going to look at the top 10 failures, most expensive. Hey, if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel and motivates me. Give me that thumbs up. Subscribe. All right, let's bring them out by overpriced per point. Number 10 is Jacoby Brissett. Look at that. That's $209,000 per point. Now you see Drake May ended up doing 21st, but Jacoby Brissett came in and started, remember, at the beginning of the year. Look at those first few games. Put out an impressive 4.78 per game points. Oh, just ugly. It's like they're losing on purpose. Now, he is a free agent. Anyone can sign him, but you see that they brought him in last year for $8 million one-year contract. And he didn't play the whole year, so $8 million at 38 points will get you a grand total of $209,000 per point he paid Jacoby last year. Pretty good money, huh? Run 10 yards, get $209,000. Heck, get 50 yards for the game running and it'd be $1 million. Anyway, overpriced Jacoby Brissett last year just for a fill-in that didn't even fill in because Drake May, I just started him all year. When are they going to learn just start the rookie all year on the rebuilds like that? How about Matthew Stafford? Hey, he's overpriced, 19th and finished in fantasy. We thought he was going to be 19th, came in ranked. Got his team to the 15th best offense, 10th in passing. You know, hey, Puka Nacua sure does help. And even Cooper Kupp here still. But anyway, Matthew Stafford, he had a pretty good year. There's not a lot of points there, though. 11.5 points a game, you're not going to win with that. That's just filling out your team. And he got paid. Look at this. He's getting paid $40 million per year is what he's getting paid. That's pretty good chunk of change. He delivered 183 points. That gives him $218,000 per point. Just sounds crazy, doesn't it? $218,000 per point for Matthew Stafford. He's under contract for 2 more years. So he's locked up for 2 more years. And that might be the end for him. You can see he's 16 years in the league. Is he going to make it through those 2 years? Is he coming back? Let's see. Hey, if he doesn't come back, I don't know anything about that. I assume he is, but hey, guess who's worried about that? It's Puka Nacua. Could be highly ranked next year. It all depends on Matthew Stafford. He'll probably come back for another year, right? We'll see. How about the next overprice coming in at number 8? Justin Herbert. Let's see about Justin Herbert. Led his team to the 20th offense. Hey, he came in ranked 14th or 18th ranked preseason. He finished 14th. That's ahead of schedule. Did pretty good there. Let's take a look. He got there all year. Look at all those points. Although the problem is, 13.8. That's just not enough. Lamar Jackson getting 22. How are you going to take that on, So, anyway, Justin Herbert, you can see that, hey, let's go back and look at his contract situation. He is, he's in the fold till 2029. Had a 5-year contract, getting paid $52 million a year. They must up that. Total value is $250 million. Justin Herbert, he's pretty expensive there. He got you though. Looks like the 14th. That's middle of the road. Got you to the 20th thing. That's a lot of money per point, isn't it? All right, let's bring out the next. Is he overpriced? I mean, he's a good steady quarterback for the next few years. How about Kirk Cousins? Look at that. Kirk Cousins had 11 and a half, disappointing year points. You can see he came in ranked 20th. I guess we weren't too high on him and finished 23rd, so I guess that's on par. But hey, Team 6, Team 5 in passing. I'm sure Drake London's glad he was aboard. Look at that. He got it all the way to 6th because of him. We're having Kirk Cousins there. Hey, that's what's changed. We'll say that it is because of Kirk Cousins. But Kirk Cousins, woo, he signed. Now, you ain't going to get out of this easy, the Falcons. I know they're getting anxious. Hey, the Falcons here, they're getting anxious to play Penix Jr., but Kirk Cousins is signed up to 2027. He got 3 more years on that contract. It's going to pay him $45 million a year. Signed that $180 million contract. So, we got 3 more years of paying him $45 million against the cap. 25, 26, and 27. What are they going to do? Trade him? Oh, if you could get somebody to take him off the hook. Because, hey, you know where they're heading. Is this Michael Penix Jr., right? I mean, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So Kirk Cousins could be on the trading block. You never know. We'll see how that works. And how about the next overpriced? Jordan Love? Jordan Love overpriced? Hey, he led his team to the 5th team offense, right? Jordan Love, hey, he came in ranked 11th, finished 18th. Had the easiest schedule. Finished 18th in fantasy. All right, well, and he played all year too. Let's look at that. He played most of the year. 13 points fantasy a game. Oof. All right, is he overpriced here? And he led his team, though, the 5th offensive team. Hey, that's pretty dang good. Look at that contract he's under. He's until 2028. Just signed that contract. That's probably why he's showing up here, is because he's got a new contract that pays him the new priced contracts, $55 million a year. Woo! He's getting paid. That's all the way to 2028. So he's under the fold. I guess let's hope the points meet up with the pay, is what we say. Because the 18th fantasy finish doesn't cut it. Getting paid that much. All right? On one of the better offensive teams. All right, let's move on. How about number 5, Derek Carr? Woo! The Saints. Hey, all you Saints fans know about this. Came in ranked 28th. Finished 28th. Right on par. Didn't expect much from him. Right? So led him to the 21st team in offense, 23rd passing. Derek Carr, hey, missed a lot of those games towards the end there, but wasn't doing much when he was in there. Look at that 12.5. Oh, and fantasy average. Oh, let's see how much he's getting paid. Now, he's under contract for 2 more years at almost $37.5 million for the next 2 years. Saint fans, you excited in that? Can you cut him, take the cap hit? Right now he's taking up 16% of the cap for the Saints. He makes up 16% of their cap. Cut him, get some more. Still got to pay him, though. I mean, because he's under contract. Trade him. Hope somebody would take him. Hey, how about Vegas? Do you think they'll take him back? Anyway, Derek Carr, overpriced. All right, let's go down to the next one. Tua. How about Tua? Won't attempt that last name. How about Tua? He finished, came in ranked 13th, finished 24th. Of course, we weren't sure. Had a tough schedule, Miami. Now, Miami's down. Hey, you can see the wide receivers. Look at that, the 31st schedule. Now, the only one that did great here is Devon A-Chain, right? For the Miami. Everyone else was less than expected. And we'll see how they bounce back next year. But Team 18, I've been watching Miami. I'm halfway through their season. Just started last week rewatching all the games to see what went wrong. And so far, what I'm seeing, it's Tua. Just doesn't look that good. I mean, hey, he missed games. Don't get me wrong here. But when he was in there averaging 14 points a game, you're paying him. He's got a newer contract. You can see that it started in 2024. Last year, look at that. He's getting paid $53 million a game. Right? Oh, 2-year, $200 million contract. Got him on thing to 2028. Hey, I was watching their game. He just wasn't. He was overthrowing them. Didn't seem to be hitting what wasn't on time with any of his receivers. I looked over that Miami. I was wondering if it was the coaching, but what I saw so far was Tua. I just didn't like what he was doing out there in those games, and it reflects on that. But he's under contract for a long time, and how are you going to get these other players signed? Tyreek Hill, Waddle. I mean, I'm not sure where their contracts are, but we'll have to look at them sometime. All right, Tua overpriced. Ugh. What are we going to do with him? How about Trevor Lawrence? Overpriced. Ooh, just paid for it too. Trevor Lawrence led his team to the 25th team, 24th in passing. Just terrible. Trevor Lawrence finished the 26th ranked quarterback, came in ranked 16. Had a middle-of-the-road schedule, no excuse there. Of course, he missed a lot of games, but when he was in there, this doesn't count those missed games. 12.8 a game, just nothing. Right? Yes, not a very good year for him. And woo-wee, he's locked up to 2030. You got him for the next 5 years? 4 years? Oh my goodness. And you're paying him $55 million a year. There's no getting out of this, Jacksonville. So we need to rehab his career. All right? Oh, my gosh. He's taking up 21% of the cap. Oh, they're on took for till 2030. Maybe they can turn him around. You know, he'd been around all the last couple years, but he just hasn't been 26th. Now, Brian Thomas Jr., hey, at least he got him scoring good. So, anyway, Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville, new coach. What are you going to do there? New offensive coordinator. All right, let's bring it in. Dak Prescott. We knew he was on here. Oh, my God, look at that. $500,000 per point. That's what that is. $500,000 per point. 32 fantasy finish of the quarterbacks. Came in ranked 9th. Had an easy schedule. The team finished 17th. Just terrible. Dak Prescott. And the good news is, for you Dallas fans, you got him till 2028. 3 more years of paying him $60 million a year. Woo-wee. Hey, maybe he'll revert back to the year before. They had some down years. And he was hurt, but hey, let's go back to that. When he was in there, 13 points a game. That counts only the games he played. That ain't very good. You can see it. The passing touchdowns were down. Just bad. Dallas, what are you going to do? Got CeeDee Lamb, Tolbert, need a running back. Team 17th offense. Goodbye. Hey, America's team's hurting. Ain't going to be scoring a lot of points. Better get that turned around. Don't know about Dallas. And then the number one, we all know, Deshaun Watson. What a terrible situation for Cleveland. Well, Jameis Winston, I've got him ranked because he scored more. We bring up Deshaun Watson here. He averaged 10 points a game when he was in there. It was just painful. If you had Cleveland players, it's just hurting you every week having to play them. And the Cleveland players with Deshaun Watson as your quarterback. Oh, my goodness. So let's check out the contract here. That's $640,000 a point he delivered last year. All right? Well, the good news, Cleveland, you only got to put up with 2 more years of this, paying him $46 million a year for 2 more years, delivering nothing. Oh, that's the worst overpriced quarterback. How are you going to get out of it? You got 2 more years with him. Jameis is a free agent. Not that he's going to be great. See what they do. Hey, this is what makes it the free agency preseason. All fun. What are these teams going to do to correct these overpriced? All right? Oh, my goodness. Just overpriced. All right, it's that time. I'm going to fill my shorts. It's time to do my shorts. Warning, this is a rapid repeat. Repeat to fill my shorts. Fantasy AI overpaid quarterbacks last year. Jacoby Brissett, $209,000 per fantasy point. Matthew Stafford, $218,000 per fantasy point. Woo! Justin Herbert, $223,000 per point. Kirk Cousin coming in at number 7, $271,000 per fantasy point. Jordan Love's delivering a fantasy point for $277,000. How about Derek Carr? Oh, $300,000 per fantasy point. Oh, when will the pain stop there? Tua, is he worth it? $344,000 per fantasy point. Trevor Lawrence, $426,000 per fantasy point. Under contract for a long time. They better get that turned around. Dak Prescott, over $500,000 per point last year. Oh, come check out the long, see how we figure these. Deshaun Watson, $640,000 per fantasy point. Fantasy AI with underpaid quarterbacks last year. Sam Darnold, $37,000 per point. Yeah, that's underpaid considering. Jameis Winston, $32,000 per fantasy point. Mason Rudolph, $31,000 per point. Coming in at number 7, Jaden Daniels, impressive rookie contract, $30,000 per point. Cooper Rush, $26,000 per point. Got some action in Dallas. Will Levis, $19,000 per point, and he didn't score a lot. That isn't too good of a bargain. But Bo Nix is $16,000 per point. He's on that rookie contract. They get to enjoy that a few more years. Aiden O'Connell, $13,000 points. You just didn't get much per point. Russell Wilson, Pittsburgh did a good deal. $8,000 per point. Remember, Denver paid most of his salary this year. Brock Purdy, $3,800 per point, by far the best. They better get him under contract.